Can cats see ghosts? An interesting question, isn't it? The mysteries of the feline world have often intrigued us humans, and the idea that our furry friends might have access to a realm invisible to us is fascinating. While there's no scientific proof to affirm that cats can indeed see spirits, their peculiar behaviors sometimes make us wonder. Let's explore some reasons why we might think our cats are privy to the paranormal. Reason number 1. Chasing something invisible. If you've ever owned a cat or spent a significant amount of time around them, you've probably noticed this strange behavior. One moment they're purring peacefully by your side, and the next, they're off, darting around the room as if they're chasing an unseen foe. Cats are natural hunters, and their instincts often prompt them to chase and pounce, even when there's no obvious prey. But sometimes their sudden sprints, sharp turns, and focused stares seem to be directed towards something we simply can't see. It's as if they're following a ghostly mouse running across the room or a phantom bird fluttering about. Now, this could be the result of their sharp senses picking up on tiny changes in their environment, like a speck of dust moving in the air or a faint sound reverberating through the room. But for those who like to flirt with the idea of the supernatural, it's tempting to imagine that our feline friends are indeed chasing spectral entities around the living room. Of course, it's important to remember that cats are complex creatures with behaviors influenced by a myriad of factors. So, while their invisible chases can be attributed to their heightened senses, curiosity, or even playfulness, it doesn't hurt to wonder if there's more to their antics. So the first reason is their peculiar behavior of chasing something invisible. But what's next? Our second point takes us to specific spots in your house. Have you ever noticed your feline friend acting a bit anxious in certain areas? They might pace back and forth or show signs of fear. This, some believe, could indicate the presence of a spirit. It's thought that cats have a heightened sense of energy and can detect things humans cannot. So when your cat is acting anxious in a specific area, it might be sensing an energy or presence that we humans can't perceive. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Your cat could also be reacting to a scent marking, a change in the environment, or even a pest that's hidden from your sight. So, while it's intriguing to think they might be seeing ghosts, there are also more mundane explanations. Now, on to our third reason: staring at nothing. Cats are known for their intense gaze, but what happens when that gaze is fixed on seemingly empty space? Some observers interpret this behavior as cats seeing spirits. Cats have a broader visual field than humans and can see ultraviolet light, which we can't. This could mean they're seeing something in that empty space that's beyond our human sight. Here again, we must consider other possibilities. Cats have excellent hunting instincts, and they often fixate on tiny movements or sounds that we might miss. So, that intense staring could be your cat focusing on a tiny insect or a dust particle floating in the air. So their anxious behavior and staring at nothing might seem like they see something we don't. But there's more. Now, let's move on to the fourth reason, which involves some sudden noises. Picture this. Your feline friend is peacefully lounging, then out of nowhere, they start meowing at an empty corner of the room. It's a bit unsettling, isn't it? This sudden vocalization, directed at seemingly nothing, might make you wonder if your cat is actually reacting to a ghostly presence. While we can't hear or see anything, cats have a range of hearing far beyond our own, which could potentially allow them to interact with entities that are beyond our perception. But it's not just their sudden meowing that raises eyebrows. Cats are known for their expressive ears. They swivel them around to pick up sounds from all directions, a trait that has helped them survive in the wild. So, when your cat's ears suddenly twitch or move towards an empty space, it could be another sign that they're hearing something we can't. This is our fifth reason: ear movements and reactions. Let's delve a bit deeper into this. Cats' ears are like radar dishes, picking up the faintest of sounds. If you've ever noticed your cat's ears rotating or twitching when there's no obvious source of sound, it could be that they're picking up something that's beyond our human hearing range. Now, whether this is a ghostly voice whispering sweet nothings to your cat, we can't say for certain, but it does add to the mystery and intrigue, doesn't it? It's important to remember, though, that these behaviors could also be attributed to other factors. Cats are sensitive creatures, and their sudden meowing or ear movements could simply be a response to changes in their environment or even a sign of stress or discomfort. But still, their uncanny behaviors do make us wonder if they're interacting with entities beyond our human senses. So their sudden meowing and ear movements might make you think they're interacting with the unseen, but we're only halfway through. The next reasons involve some physical changes in your cats. Let's delve into them. The sixth reason is when you notice your cat's fur standing on end. Yes, the sudden puffing up of your cat's fur can be quite a sight. This phenomenon, also known as piloerection, is a physical reaction often associated with fear or stress in animals. If your feline friend's fur seems to stand on end for no apparent reason, some might interpret this as a response to an unseen entity, possibly a ghost. Now, while that's a fascinating thought, it's also essential to understand that cat's fur can also stand on end due to other factors like sudden temperature changes, unexpected noises, or even the presence of other animals. Moving on to the seventh reason, we're talking about the eye movements of your cat. Cats have a keen sense of sight. They can spot the tiniest of movements, even in low light. So if you find your cat's eyes darting around the room or they seem to be following something that you can't see, it could be interpreted as them tracking an invisible presence. Their eyes might move rapidly from side to side, or they might stare fixedly at a spot in the room. While this could be seen as evidence of a spectral presence, it's also worth noting that cats can be captivated by a variety of things, including light reflections, insects, or even dust particles floating in the air. Physical changes like fur standing on end and eye movements might indeed suggest they see something we don't. But let's move on. The eighth reason might surprise you as it involves some unusual behavior. We all know that cats are creatures of habit. They often follow a routine and have their unique quirks. But have you ever observed your feline friend acting out of character? Perhaps they're suddenly jumping around, or maybe they're hiding in places they usually avoid. This abnormal behavior might make you think, is my cat seeing a ghost? Now, it's important to remember that these unusual actions could be due to various factors, including health issues or changes in their environment. But for those who believe in the supernatural, it's not a huge leap to think that these peculiar actions might be a reaction to a spectral presence. Moving on to the ninth reason, which is related to reactions at certain times. Have you noticed your cat becoming particularly anxious or restless at specific hours? Maybe during the witching hour, that mysterious time between midnight and dawn? Some believers in the paranormal interpret this as a sign that cats can see ghosts. It's a known fact that cats are more active during the night, being the natural hunters they are. But if their nighttime restlessness is accompanied by other signs like staring at seemingly nothing or suddenly darting around the room, it might make you wonder if they're reacting to something unseen to the human eye. Remember, these observations are not definitive proof that cats can see ghosts. They are interpretations based on individual beliefs and experiences, and while science has yet to provide a concrete answer, these curious cat behaviors certainly add an element of mystery to our understanding of these enigmatic creatures. So, unusual behavior and reactions at certain times might make you wonder. But we still have one more reason. Our final reason involves changes in your home. You know, cats are creatures of habit. They love their routines and get comfortable with their surroundings. So when there's a big change, like moving to a new house or even just rearranging the furniture, they can become anxious and act out of the ordinary. Now imagine this scenario. You've just moved your favorite chair from one side of the room to the other. Your cat walks in, stops, and starts acting strangely around the spot where your chair used to be. They might pace or seem unsettled, or even hiss at the empty space. Some might interpret this as your feline friend sensing something that you can't, possibly a ghostly presence. It's easy to jump to supernatural conclusions when our pets act strange. After all, they do have heightened senses compared to us humans. They can hear higher frequencies, and their night vision is far superior. So it's not a huge leap to wonder if they might be able to see things we can't. However, it's also important to remember that cats, like us, can get stressed by changes in their environment. Moving furniture, changing their routine, or even just introducing new smells into their space can cause them to act differently. It might not be a ghost they're reacting to, but rather the absence of something familiar, or the addition of something new and unknown. So, their reactions to changes in location might make you think they're seeing something out of the ordinary. But are these behaviors really a sign that cats can see ghosts? We've gone through the 10 reasons why people might think cats can see ghosts. It's a concept that has piqued our curiosity and stirred our imagination, thanks to the enigmatic and sometimes inexplicable behavior of our feline friends. Chasing invisible entities, acting anxiously in specific spots, staring into apparent nothingness, sudden vocalizations, and peculiar ear or eye movements are just a few of these behaviors that can make one wonder if cats have a sixth sense for the supernatural. However, as we've discussed, These behaviors do not necessarily mean your cat has an ability to see ghosts or any paranormal entities. There's a myriad of other explanations that are grounded in science and the understanding of cat behavior. The extraordinary keen senses cats possess, including their acute hearing and sharp eyesight, could account for some of these behaviors. They can detect tiny changes in their environment that humans might miss, leading them to react in ways that may seem odd or mysterious to us. Another key point to remember is that cats are highly sensitive to changes in their environment. A sudden change, such as a move to a new home or even rearranging furniture, can cause anxiety and result in behaviors similar to those we've talked about. Their reaction to these changes can be misinterpreted as a response to unseen forces or ghosts. The way cats' fur stand on end, or the unusual behaviors they might display, could be attributed to their instinctual responses. It's their way of communicating or reacting to their surroundings. It's important to observe these behaviors within the context they occur. If your cat is displaying signs of stress or fear, it's crucial to make sure they feel safe and comfortable, regardless of whether it's a ghost or just a new piece of furniture causing their distress. In essence, the belief that cats can see ghosts is largely dependent on personal interpretations and beliefs. It's a narrative that has been woven into folklore and popular culture, captivating our curiosity and adding an extra layer of mystery to our understanding of cats. However, it's crucial to approach this with a balanced perspective, recognizing the many other factors that could explain these behaviors. So, whether your cat is seeing ghosts or not, it largely depends on your own beliefs and interpretations. But remember, these behaviors are as fascinating as they are mysterious, just like our feline friends themselves. So, the next time your cat does something that leaves you scratching your head, take a moment to appreciate the wonderful enigma that is a cat. After all, it's their unique quirks and mysterious behaviors that make them such captivating companions.